Gone decades of competition and tradition, and today, once again, these two will square off to find out who will take home the coveted jeweled shillelagh. Welcome to Los Angeles Memorial Stadium. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the USC Trojans. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Catching up with the Fighting Irish head coach before the game. This is obviously a huge matchup. With the 5-game winning streak on the line, they understand that they are facing one of the best teams in the country. A top 25 matchup. He's been warning his team all week at practice. Do not take them lightly. They want to be 1-0 after this week and keep the streak alive. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. The Trojans ready to kick it away first. Deep in the end zone, it's Barres. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. On the ground, it's Walton. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top.
Makes the grab in their space. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They're going back to the ground. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Right side, it's Flanagan. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running inside, it's Walton. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd
runs through a man, and he might have some space. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road. You know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. And there was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Lockhart. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. Miller with the ball. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. It's Mayava. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to meet.
He's running free down the middle. Running inside the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, USC!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And they did tack on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they find pay dirt from way out, covering 69 yards on the touchdown pass. On the return, it's Barres. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Carr to throw. Rushes on. Out wide left, it's Mobley. Got 9 yards on the play. It leaves him with 3rd and a yard.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
Plows his way ahead. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that.
And the defense, got him at the 27.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Out wide right, it's Gilbert. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding you? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow. Allowed a touchdown in the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Buying time to his right. Trying to make magic with his feet. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. And we take a look at how these quarterbacks are doing so far. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. Bunch formation for these receivers. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Defense has it. They're on the move. Scooped it. Scored it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Quick completion on the out. He was not going to be denied, discarding tacklers, running behind his pads, and finally down at the 40.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Quarterback will keep it. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. For all of the star quality that USC has been built on, good offensive line, strong running game has always been a hallmark.
No doubt about it. I think they're built on, the passing game and explosive playmakers out wide, but they've always had that balance at USC. You got to have a little bit of the boring to go with the glitz and the glamour.
Look out! Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Second down, gonna throw it. Here comes the heat. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Moving to his left. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it, so he tried to create...
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Making the adjustment. Snapped on fourth down. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up. Takes the handoff. It's Walton. All over him immediately. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Better find the ear plugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Now here's Carr. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the right. Hits the crease. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. He'll bring it out. It's Lockhart. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Straight ahead, it's Jordan. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockney's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted to do it, it's the same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is. My brother Billy played for Notre Dame, and I'll be honest, I used to get jealous watching him play against the Trojans, whether it was at Coliseum or whether it was at Notre Dame. This is one of the best rivalries in all of college football, and one that I wish I could have been a part of.
It's 3rd and 5. Moving the pocket, it's Mayava. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incomplete.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Got to make the play on 4th. Rush right in his face. And the incomplete pass, they rolled the dice. Snake eyes.
Hey, at this point of the game, 4th and short, no problem going for it. 4th and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
Quick completion to the right.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field, the quarterback is fighting your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. Throwing, Carr. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's tackled, brought down at the 19. They're into the red zone with another 1st down. Notre Dame now operating in the red zone. Using his legs, it's Walton. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Scanning the field, it's Mayava. Throws to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. They've been steamrolled so far in this 1st half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
Right, and I like you got the first down of the drive, so maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously getting closer to halftime here. Maybe create some momentum, get a score here, and cut into this lead.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimum gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Throws to the back. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Carr hauls it in. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And this offense just keeps putting it together, man. Like, they have not been stopped very often. Another play in the passing game. This defense, they've got to find something, and they've got to find it fast. Like, halftime is a little ways away. They got to make some adjustments right now.
Well, they have a massive lead, and we're only in the second quarter, but they're not calling the dogs off. They are staying aggressive, and they are taking shots. Another hook up there for this offense. Everything that they are dialing up is working to perfection. They're looking to add already to their blowout lead.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, second and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the third down.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. Here's Carr to throw. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. From deep, it's Lockhart. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Quick give. It's Jordan. He's past the sticks. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. And we start with the NC State Wolfpack, taking on the number 11 team, the Duke Blue Devils. And it's NC State able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins. And that now gets this group to 3 wins, which is nothing to write home about yet, but brick by brick, this staff is starting to build something. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Finds his target down the middle. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Fires immediately. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Second and long here. Hits inside. It's Jordan. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO.
Turning it on. Oh, what a cut. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And that's a welcome sight for this offense, man. They really struggled to run the football in the first half. And I promise you, at halftime, in the locker room, first drive, guys, we got to come out, own the line of scrimmage, get the run game going, and that's exactly how they start this half.
Past the 6. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
This defense might be reeling after those last two and now facing first and goal. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Right side, it's Bowman. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. On the move from inside is 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They come out for the first time in this second half, but lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
You'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Turns it on in midfield. There he goes. Past the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Irish. The Irish have seized control against the Trojans and starting to put their eyes on that Jewel Shillelagh.
The Irish doing what they need to do. Every year we look forward to this game. The hype, does it meet the hype? The Irish were ready. USC's got some answering to do, Palmer.
Touchdown, Jesus is celebrating somewhere. What a game so far by Notre Dame. They're hitting on all cylinders. They knew how big this game was coming in. They knew they had to be dialed up and ready to go. And they have looked good. And I think the Jewel Shillelagh might be making a trip to South Bend.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Offense goes on the attack on 1st and 10. It's dropped after taking the hit.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Right down the middle. Intercepted, number 19. Really nice play on the pick. Was looking for a little more yardage, but great field position at the 34. This offense has it with really good field position. Pulls and fires it complete to the right.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Trying to squeak through the pile. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
And that's a welcome sight. Like, this offense has really struggled. Bottom 50 in college football in first downs. So they'll take anything they can get. Nice 3rd down conversion. Let's get some positive plays. Keep it 3rd and short. Find a way to get this offense in an upward trajectory, because so far this season, they've really struggled.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Left side is Coleman Williams. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. If he can keep putting together games like this, he might have a shot at Brady Quinn's career touchdown record of 95. All the great quarterbacks the Irish have had, guys like Joe Theismann, John Hewitt, nobody's even close to that.
Yeah, and that's crazy to think about, being in that kind of a company. And Notre Dame's always been a good running team, and when they find quarterbacks and have great quarterback play, then I think they start to take off to that next level. And so far, he's showing that here today.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jordan. Breaks into the open. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. They'll ride the hot hand. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Looking for running room. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25 late in the season. Time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. So we open the final period with a third down play.
Here we go.
On the move. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Now, what a great second effort by the receiver. He catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
He's going to take off.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off. He takes off and gets a positive gain.
They'll line up for a second down play. He's changing the play. To the air, it's Mayava. Out wide left, it's Mosley. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Could not make his way to the corner.
Man, sometimes these receivers / running backs just make you look good. Third down, everything covered. Nice defensive coverage, drop back, taking away option one, taking away option two. But how about the running back slipping out of the backfield, catching the football behind the line of scrimmage, but giving great effort, making the big play for this offense to move the sticks.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And the defense is good with that. Get pressure on the quarterback, get him outside the pocket. You know it's a passing situation. Play half the field now. This defense is in a good spot, and you can tell they're ready to rush this quarterback.
Wants to throw again. This time on target. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
And the Trojans are threatening on first and goal. Sends it back in motion. He's looking to throw. Flush to the left. And down goes the quarterback, but there are penalty flags on the field. Let's see what the call is. Now this offense will try to take advantage first and goal after that penalty on the D. Sets his feet. It's Mayava. Still looking. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
They lost ground on first down. Now second and goal from the 5. Looking to throw. Rolls right. Looking for the score. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And this game's starting to tick away for this offense. And they're getting in desperation mode. They've got to be able to find a way to make plays in the pocket. It's not going to be the scrambles out wide. You need passing plays deep down the field. They've got to find some way to attack this secondary.
He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on third and goal, and it did not pay off.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollock.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Finds a crevice and picks up 5 out to the 8.
A lot of times defenses blitz to stop the run. This very play right here, blitz the linebacker, but man, the offense did a great job. Everybody understood what they saw. Running back understood. Pick up a nice positive gain, and they were trying to get a blitz and maybe create a tackle for a loss.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Just feeds the running back. Taken down.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just know where to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Carr from the gun on 3rd down. Left side is Graham. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on 4th. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Carr to throw for it on 4th. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. Oh, he would have loved to tack on the big return, but they got it in the red zone at the 16. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over.
Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Notre Dame. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. They add on another score, and now that record oh so close to going to 8-1 on the season. And the extra point splits the uprights. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. From the gun, it's Jordan. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to the well. And he'll be tackled, and that'll bring us to the end of the game. After a hard-fought victory, the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame have won the right to take home the coveted weapon of